Welcome to the In Living Terror podcast. Listen in as we give away $4 million. In Living Terror may contain adult content. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome to the In Living Terror podcast for a fourth installment here in the studio. Woo! That much closer to announcing that $4 million winner. Stay tuned to the hottest hip-hop and R&B In Living Terror station on the internet. I am Scott. I'm here with Desmond and Peter. And there's a lot of big news coming out these days. I don't know if you guys, it's a big scandal, class action lawsuit against Tim Allen. It's the people v. Tim Allen, and it is a class action suit. And that's a big deal. Yep. I mean, a lot of people. He's sort of at the center of this Ponzi scheme involving the.
Well, Scott, why don't we save it for later?
Okay.
Yeah, we'll save it for later in the show.
Because right now we need to check in about this insane weather we're seeing out there right now. I mean, all over the country, everybody's seeing it in the Bay Area. Here we're getting downpour after downpour, impacting the traffic. Nobody knows how to drive. To get a better sense of exactly what kind of weather patterns, we are going to check in with our indoor weatherman, Jerry Cranberry. Jerry, how's the weather in there?
Hey guys, hope you're staying dry in the studio. Where I am, let me tell you, it's also relatively dry. Down the street from wherever you are, it looks like it's raining pretty heavily, but if you're at home or in an apartment building, you should be relatively dry. Condensation from breath on windows should be expected, but it is not considered a hazard at this time.
Okay, but how are things looking weather-wise for the big weekend in the Bay Area?
Oh, yeah, the Bay Area. Yeah, well, we should expect to see a water bottle as far as north as Richmond, and there's definitely going to be chairs through Everville and parts of Berkeley.
Sure, but any idea if these weather patterns are going to impact the big weekend?
Big weekend? Oh, yeah, the holiday, right. Residents shouldn't be expected to do much, and will probably just chill at home. Temperature expected to stay around 78 degrees, maybe up to 85, depending on wind chill factor, inducing a wall heater updraft.
Okay, all right, Jerry. Well, that's very informative. Is there anything else you think we should know?
Nope.
Okay, excellent, Jerry. A pleasure having you on the In Living Terror podcast. Thanks for your weather updates, and thanks for coming on.
I'm Jerry Cranberry, and that's the forecast, whether you like it or not.
Oh, Jerry Cranberry, that was great.
Oh, man, it's always a pleasure.
The best thing about him is that he does it for free.
Yeah.
The best thing about him is his name. I love his name.
Yeah, it's
probably not real.
It's a good name, and
I wish it was my name.
It's the kind of information that helps to have a person on your side who's willing to give you information for free. This is not just something you can look up on the internet. If you want to find out local weather patterns, the best way is to source a local weatherman.
Inside scoop.
Meteorology for the win.
Guys, when it comes to weather, buy local.
Yeah.
Buy local.
Buy harvest, buy sustainable.
Yeah. Buy sustainable weathermen.
Sorcerers, if you will.
Yeah. I've been feeling actually a teensy bit less compression on my lower back these days.
Oh, really? How so?
Yeah. I mentioned before I was going on a pretty restrictive diet. Fortunately, gator meat, one of the things I can have.
Oh, for your driving hours.
Yeah, so it's like a semi-paleo, sort of proto-paleo, sort of, autoimmune kind of sensitive diet. I cut out the starch, the sugar, gluten had to go. And, I've been feeling a lot better since then. I've been getting some kind of flare-ups, and you're trying to switch lanes and they don't want to let you in, and it's like, I have to get over there. I can't stay in this lane. I will be forced into a freeway that it's not the place I'm trying to go.
Isn't that the worst thing
it's
you actually do when you get forced onto a freeway you don't want to be on or off the freeway? It's just really fuck sucks up where I was.
Yeah, it's like I got to find a way back on. And
just-
I get a huge flare up.
I don't understand how people don't get merging. I don't understand.
Yeah, you use these
a-
things called turn signals that are required by law.
I mean, also
funny.
like lane merging. Like it's one car, that's the next car. It's very.
It's like a zipper.
It's a very simple system. Very simple.
One and
system.
one and one. Yeah, not that hard to
You see
understand.
someone ahead of you trying to get over, just let him get over.
let him
Rather
go.
than doing that awkward dance of, I'm going to speed up because
I-
God
I-
forbid
I-
I should be one car behind.
Yeah,
So-
and that's the kind of thing that's causing my driving allergies. Big flare up.
Understandable.
Yeah.
I pull up to like a 4-way stop, and I get there at the exact same time as someone else, and I go a little. They go, but I see they're going a little, but then they stop, and so I go a little bit more, and it's like fuck, and I just gun it, and then they stop, and they look like me, like I'm the asshole, and it's like no, I'm just trying to end this right now. The diet has been helping with that a little bit. I've lost a ton of weight. Being penniless also helps. I have not been buying food, so I gotta go the freegan route. Anything dumpstered is worthwhile. And
You know what? And Scott, I may say you're positively glowing.
oh, thank you.
I mean,
Thank you.
your skin's like irradiated.
It's a big bad Beetleborgs. Oh, that's a different note. Sorry.
No.
VR troopers.
That was a good ass show.
They both
Ask
were good
anybody.
shows.
Yes. This one comes to us from Tucson Jones out of Redville, Iowa. Tucson Jones asks, every time I'm down at the supermarket, I just hear the dumbest shit imaginable. What's the stupidest thing that you've ever heard in your real life experience? Desmond, what's the dumbest thing you've ever heard?
Dumbest thing I've ever heard. A football player that I went to high school with came to me and said,
Hey, yeah, my dad says eating spicy food makes your dick bigger.
it's like instantly, as soon as it leaves his mouth, it's like, shut the fuck up. Like, you're like 17. Like, that's not true.
It's like an old wives' tale, but for old men.
And he's just noshing on like spicy Cheetos. It's like
That's just an excuse to eat Takis. Somebody just really likes Takis. That's
The
what
hot
that is.
Cheetos.
I like Pocky.
All right, well, Scott, what's the dumbest thing you've ever heard?
Dumbest thing I've ever heard. Thank you for asking me, by the way. I appreciate that.
That's no problem.
Dumbest thing I've ever heard. I was on vacation in Hawaii, and I woke up in the morning to the sound of this imbecile speaking outside of the room. Now, they were not speaking to me. It was an older lady. She was obviously talking to her child in the sing-song voice that you would patronize a child with. And very clearly, in plain English, states,
This Hawaiian ocean is so much different than the one in California. There aren't any waves.
just think of how...
Jesus Christ.
How many layers of stupid are in that sentence?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Deedle!
Diddle! Let's roll a clip.
Well, motivation's on the way. Hell, I'm gonna be quiet. Just roll around. You'll be alright.
The dumbest thing I've ever heard is on a similar point to that, Scott. So I was in high school in my advanced placement science class. I won't say which type of advanced placement science class to protect the identity of my science teacher. It doesn't need to be brought into this. Okay.
Okay.
It's not about
him.
Not about him
Or her.
or her.
Right.
Or however they choose to identify.
Right.
I'm not
They.
dictating their gender.
Neither are
Because
we.
gender is a construct.
Right. I mean, it's
Yeah.
a spectrum.
Yeah.
We all
exactly.
agree.
Yes. Great. Desmond, you agree, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
We
Yes.
all
Okay,
agree.
fantastic. So we're sitting there. George W. is president at the time. This is about the time in his presidency when he was distracting everybody with the moon. This person in my science class, I won't name their gender or their name,
Right.
but they raise their hand and they say, "Wouldn't they fall off?" And everyone in the room goes deathly silent. And my science teacher says, "Go on." Because there's no gravity on the moon.
Pretty dumb.
Yeah.
Everything has gravity.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah, you just. Yeah. What do you think? Keeping the moon in place.
Yeah. What this mixing board has gravity.
Yeah.
You have gravity. Scott.
I have gravity as well. Yeah.
You are the movie Gravity starring Sandra Bullock. Let's roll a clip.
He's coming back. Good luck, kid.
Back in the truck! Just roll around. You'll be all right.
Oh, wait. Do you guys hear that?
Oh, yeah.
It sounds like a couple coconuts getting smashed together.
To me, that sounds like horses. Horses riding up out of the distance. Time for Peter's Trivia Corral.
Oh, no way!
Yeah.
All right.
Now, many people out there don't know this because we did record 2 podcasts and lose them. Peter's Trivia Corral let's just say I won by a landslide because I had a lot of knowledge that Desmond didn't have.
Yeah, I say there's no evidence of that. It never happened.
That'll forever have an asterisk on it because there's no official evidence.
There is evidence. I still have. I'm going to edit in a clip of it. It's not going to sound very good.
It's going to sound real bad.
It's going to sound real bad, which is why we didn't use it. But
That's why we got a new board.
Let's roll a clip.
There's a clip of the new guy, the part where DJ Qualls falls down the rope ladder, and Eddie Griffin comes up. Eddie Griffin rolls up. Just roll around. You'll be alright.
So there you go. See, I won.
That didn't sound like us.
Let's just say Desmond won one. I totally won the second one. The first one, he kind of won my chance. But now we're going to be going into our third round.
Yeah, this is
heating up.
Yeah, this is for Scott won his honor back last round. In that one that was never will be aired aside from that.
Right.
One.
Official scoring says I'm ahead. Unofficial scoring says we're tied.
It's official. It's all official.
It's a Roger Maris Babe Ruth scenario. You got an asterisk even though you were technically ahead. But anyways, this is the battle for either Scott or Desmond's honor, and this game is called Which Robert Stars in It? A name I'm probably going to screw up hella times, but anyways.
It's that Robert Stars.
Yeah, it's the Robert Stars. Yes. But
it's like crisps.
But that's the name, and I'm not changing it. All right, everybody.
How does this game go? Explain how this game is going to go down.
Well, first, let me give you a little intro.
Okay.
Siblings Julie and Eric Roberts have both had lengthy Hollywood careers.
That's true.
While some of Julia's credits include Oscar nominations for August Osage County, Steel Magnolias, Aaron Brockovich, and Pretty Woman, Eric is probably best known for his appearance in the campy late 80s kickboxing romp The Best of the Best, a minor role in The Dark Knight, and recently the talking cat in A Talking Cat? Let's roll a clip.
You can talk?
I'm a talking cat.
But only once?
I don't make the rules, Phil.
A talking cat? That's just stupid. That's the best you could come up with.
I'm a talking cat, but I can only talk to a person once. You both talked to a cat, didn't you?
That looked like something that the cat dragged in.
A talking cat? That's just stupid.
That's the best you could come up with.
I like you taking things seriously.
And the cat talked back. I'm a talking cat, but I can only talk to a person once.
So, I'm going to give you the name of a film and a brief description of said film pulled from IMDb, Wikipedia, and other sources, also my brain, and you have to tell me if the film stars Julia Roberts or her journeyman brother, Eric.
I didn't know for the longest time that Julia Roberts even had a brother.
Well, most of the... it's funny, Julia used to be Eric's sister. Yeah, let's think about that. All right, so... Anyways, the movie doesn't necessarily mean that they like had like the #1 bill in the film, but they were like top four.
Top four
in the movie. Yeah, like they would be. Their name would appear in the opening credits.
Right.
Sure.
Okay, so gentlemen,
Was it? Okay, yeah, let's do it.
let's begin. So you're going to answer either Eric or Julia. And
Okay.
since Scott won last time, technically, we're going to start with Desmond. All right, so
Okay. So that is an official count, then.
I mean,
No,
It's an official. Well, if it wasn't an official count, then I should go first. But okay, yeah. Since Desmond's going first, we are legitimizing
you know what,
it.
Scott, you're raising a good point. You should go first.
No.
Scott, it's too
No.
late.
You already said Desmond goes
It's
first. So
too-
we're legitimizing it. We're legitimizing my fucking win. I fucking owned his shit in the Sonic or Knuckles challenge.
Oh, the cries of...
I owned it because I had an extensive knowledge of echidnas, extensive knowledge of monotremes, other egg-laying mammals.
Scott, you're being really petty right now, and
Let's just
move on.
Okay,
No, I'm not being petty.
official count, we're tied. Because either way, I'm winning this.
We don't know that.
All right, so, all right, question number 1. To heal a nation. It's deep, guys. It's deep. This is the story of Jan Scruggs, an embittered Vietnam veteran who returns from the war a broken man. However, with the help of his loving wife Becky, he begins to find a new life for himself and a personal goal when he agrees to begin a determined campaign to raise funds for a veterans memorial. Tell me, Scott, which Robert stars in it?
I thought we were legitimizing and Desmond was going first.
Well, I'm starting with you now, so it's too late.
It's legitimized. We're tied. But you're going first.
Okay. Could be either of them, really.
Yeah, I mean, that's the point.
Yeah. Because it's like, I don't know who to, this is a male and a female in that description. I don't know whether to go, Eric for the male.
Yeah.
Or Julia Roberts for the female.
Yeah, no.
That seems like a Julia flick. I'm going to go Julia.
You're going Julia? Okay, Desmond, which way you going?
I'm probably going Julia as well. I can see her in the wife role. Yeah, I'm going to go Julia as well. That's not sexist.
What? It's in calling her a wife role?
Whoa.
I'm saying that she could be in the wife. She could be the. Could be the soldier role.
Guys, no one's saying women are wives. Okay, no one's saying that.
Okay.
No, it's just Julia seems like she could be this wife.
She could be in the wife role. It's a role.
Yeah,
sure.
No one's saying that.
I mean, if that's how you want to put it, sure. Peter, just let's move to the answer part.
All right, and the answer is Eric Roberts. Neither of you got it.
Wow.
I know.
Too caught up in our own ego.
I know exactly. That's why.
Jesus
that's what.
Christ.
I know. That's what cost you guys. So all right, score is 0-0. All right, this one we're gonna start with Desmond. The front runner, the leader.
No one's winning this game so far. No one has even started playing.
I just got like a gut feeling, All right. So,
coaches, judges, they're all supposed to be impartial, like a referee. You're not supposed to, impart your own opinion about who you think should win. Should is a very difficult word here.
If like a judge in court was just like, before we start this trial, I'd like to say I'm weighing in favor of the defendant.
Yep. Scott, that may be the case.
Totally biased.
But this is my damn trivia corral, so it doesn't matter. There we go.
No holds barred.
Hey guys,
it's not called everyone's trivia corral. It's Peter's trivia corral.
Hey, you play in Peter's corral, you're going to play by Peter's rules.
I hate to do this. I have to pee.
All right, so it's all tied up at 0-0 after the first question. It was a very competitive first question there. All right, we're moving on to number 2, and we're going to start with Desmond. All right. This film is called Flatliners. In this early 90s sci-fi romp, 4 medical students toe the line between life and death. They experiment with near-death experiences, which involve past tragedies, until the dark consequences begin to jeopardize their lives. Tell me, which Roberts stars in it?
Did you say that was a fucking comedy?
No, it's a sci-fi romp.
Oh, okay. Is that a sci-fi romp?
Yeah.
That's the genre?
I mean...
How do you romp a sci-fi?
I mean,
sounds like some autoerotic asphyxiation.
I was just trying to color up my description. Damn.
I think
sometimes you pick the right word.
I think Eric is in this one.
You think Eric? Why do you think Eric Roberts?
I don't know. I really don't.
It feels like a thing that would have a talking cat.
I'm a talking cat.
I'm just really not well versed in Julia or Eric's filmography.
Same man's game.
Yeah,
Teeny
that's
Man's
the whole point.
Yeah, I haven't seen this movie either. Pelican Brief, you say?
It's coming up. Scott, you got to stop looking at
I don't know. I can read everything except for the answers.
But anyway.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Eric in this one. Flatliners. He sounds like the type of guy who'd be into, like, choking himself half to death and, getting off.
All right.
So, Desmond's going with Eric. Scott.
I'm also going to go with Eric.
Oh, you guys agree again?
Yeah, we agree. It's probably because he's just feeding off of my, smart work.
Fuck you.
Oh, the smack talk is real. All right, well,
It's even a fun game this time. Everyone's just all pissed off at each other.
You're pissed off. I'm not even mad.
If I can speak for... Yeah, I am pissed off.
Yeah.
Well, you have no reason to be pissed off because you're both wrong. Julia Roberts.
Really?
Julia Roberts.
I had no idea. I
had no fucking clue. I'm shooting in the dark
I mean,
here.
that's the point is so, you have to, like, guess and deduce. But anyways.
Yeah.
All right, so that moves on to question number 3, and we're going to start with Mr. Flanshaw. All right, The Pelican Brief. In this John Grisham adaptation, 2 Supreme Court justices are taken out by a professional assassin. Let me read that again. Assassin. The Speed.
Look at Speed.
Michael Caine.
It's bang.
It's bang.
It's bang. All right. The Pelican Brief. In this John Grisham adaptation, 2 Supreme Court justices are taken out by a professional assassin played by Stanley Tucci. A student at Tulane University Law uncovers a startling conspiracy, putting themselves and those around them in complete peril. Tell me, which Roberts stars in it? Scott.
I think I want to go Julia on this,
Why you going Julia?
She's got the lawsuit stank on her from earlier in her career, so, I'll
forgive her.
From that good movie. The one about...
Aaron Brockovich?
Yeah, that's it. There you go.
That's a pretty good movie.
That's pretty good. I saw it like 4 times on the plane. Like when you take a plane somewhere and then on the flight back you watch the exact same fucking movie. Like
yeah.
That happened to me with Wild Hogs.
I'm
okay,
so sorry.
I was stuck watching Wild Hogs
I'm so
on the way
sorry.
to the destination, on the way home from the destination.
That movie's f***ing weird.
It's weird and bad.
It's like star-studded, but in all the wrong ways.
It's bad, but it's one of those ones like Paul Blart that just made tons of money and it was a huge critical success. Like,
you guys have a copy of Wild Hogs? Wild Hogs on DVD?
Yeah, they have it for $2 in the Walmart bin.
Yeah.
I saw it there next to Prometheus.
Totally one to just pick up and just have at the home. So for any time you want to watch Wild Hogs, you can just throw that on.
Even better is its spiritual sequel,
Old Dogs.
Robin Williams.
Robin Williams, rest in peace. But that was a terrible,
hey man,
terrible film.
Like
Never
any
saw
funny
it.
guy though, everyone does a little bit of crap every once in a while.
It was so
Hey,
bad.
it's Hollywood,
I felt like I was going insane watching that movie.
Jay
That movie was
Toltz
so bad.
Jay Toltz is
Jay
involved.
Toltz.
Yeah, Jay Toltz.
Jay Toltz.
John
Jay
Travolta.
Toltz in both.
All right, so
So you're
Pelican
going with,
Brief.
You're going with Julia.
I'm going Julia.
All right, Desmond, how you going for
I'm
Pelican
going
Brief?
Eric because that guy's a stone
I'm a talking
cold
cat.
motherfucker and probably could be in one of the assassin roles.
All right,
He looks like Harvey Dent.
and the answer is... Cast alongside Denzel Washington, this film stars Julia Roberts. So that's a point to Scott.
That is what up.
That's not fair. I didn't have enough
What's
information.
up. Who is gonna win? I'm
right,
pointing
so-
at me. I'm pointing at me.
All right, so that's 1 point to Scott,
Hi-yo.
none for Desmond.
Hi-yo.
But that's cool. We're starting off with the next one. The next one, 2-bedroom, 1 bath. A young couple of 20-somethings.
That's the name of the movie?
Yes,
Sounds
it's
like
the
a
name of the
Craigslist
movie.
ad.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, well, I
Go
mean,
on Craigslist, you find a rental home.
anyways,
Aquamarine.
Aquamarine. 2-bedroom, 1 bath. A young couple of 20-somethings, Kevin and Rachel, finally move into their dream home. But when they discover that they will unexpectedly become parents, things begin to fall apart. Tell me, gents, which Roberts stars in it? Desmond.
Julia.
You're going Julia. Why?
Because I chose Eric a bunch of times and that didn't work out. That guy's a fucking wash-up sack of human shit.
I'm a talking cat.
Pretty harsh.
Well, it's harsh words for Eric Roberts, but then again, he was in A Talking Cat.
I'm a talking cat.
Let's see. Well, I did go Julia last time and won. 2-bedroom, 1 bath. I mean, it sounds so like wallpaper, like just watch paint dry kind of movie.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Eric.
You going Eric?
I'm going Eric.
Okay, Scott's going Eric. And the correct answer is Eric. Eric Roberts is top billed as Dr. Philip Tannenbaum. And fun fact, while this sounds like a cookie-cutter rom-com, this is actually a psychological horror film. Yes. It sounds like it'd be like a Hallmark movie.
Sounds like a movie.
All right, so it's 2 to Scott, 0 for Desmond. That's okay. That's okay.
That's the sound of money rolling in.
Plenty of time. All right. Next, the Doctor Who TV movie. That's right. There's a Roberts and the Doctor Who TV movie from the mid-90s. There was a Doctor Who TV movie in the mid-90s produced by BBC and Fox, because why not? Money, you know?
Yeah.
So before David Tennant and before and after the show's initial cancellation, you know, BBC and 20th Century Fox tried to make this happen. They brought the Doctor to San Francisco. The conflict, something about the significance of Y2K. So anyway, there's nothing really to describe. It's the Doctor, he has a companion, and they fight the Master and the Doctor wins. Spoiler. Anyway, you can tell me which Robert stars in it. Scott.
Doctor Who TV movie.
Yeah.
Which Robert's TV movie?
Yeah.
I'm going to go Eric. I think Eric is more in line to do a TV movie than Julia would.
All right, you're going Eric. Desmond.
I'm going Eric as well. Julia Roberts is way too busy in the 90s to be doing the fucking Doctor Who TV special.
That's a fair point, and you're both right.
Yeah! Eric Roberts. All right.
Eric Roberts is cast as the Master in this film.
So it's a point to Scott, and unfortunately also a point to Desmond.
Yeah, so
unfortunately.
3-1. That's okay.
Talking about the Des Ex Machina.
I like it. All right, that's cool. We got 2 more questions, and the last question is a super duper bonus question.
Oh, what the fuck?
Worth 5 points.
We're done already?
Where's the bonus coming from?
Yeah, this is
the last question?
No, it's the second to
one
last
more,
question.
if you were listening.
Yeah, if you... All right.
Yeah.
Let's just take a break. I had up to here. You know what? There's a lot of high emotions because someone's a little bit sore still about my fucking solo album, and he's just taking every chance.
Oh, I thought you were talking about yourself.
Single
there.
me out
because I think you're the one.
I am talking
sore.
about myself right now.
Yeah, you're the one who's sore about your solo album because I'm guessing he's not hitting the Billboard charts as much as you thought it was.
It's not doing as. Yeah, I'm a bit disappointed with the early sales. Okay?
Sure.
That being said, it's still a great piece of art.
Well, sometimes
I don't need you prodding at me.
Yeah, sometimes it takes a while for that thing to catch
sort
on.
Of loser. What, did you have the goal to go out and do your own solo album?
I've made like 7 albums. You remember? I mean, I've been doing it for a while.
Keep mocking me.
I got some stuff on the Bandcamp, on SoundCloud.
Yeah, I've got like 10 albums.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a fucking dick contest here. I mean, I'm just saying. Desmond put out an album, and I don't know. I wasn't talking about the album, but he brought it up. I guess he's kind of upset about it, and that's okay. I mean, you know, your first album's probably not going to be your best one, but then again, maybe it is your best one. You know where to go but up. You know, there's also something to say about, you know, maybe it will be a slow burn. You know, maybe the numbers aren't doing so good at first, but more likely it would probably just never be seen or heard by anybody ever again. And there's nothing wrong with that. You just have to accept defeat.
Yeah, well, there was a lot of money out of pocket invested in this. You know, the good old boys at Big Sur Productions didn't really hold up their end of the bargain. I owe a lot of money.
Yeah, I mean, I got money problems too. I'm fucking penniless. You know, I put my heart and soul into trying to get you guys on board with my leather hat idea.
That was just dumb.
It was a bad idea.
In retrospect, it's not the best decision I've done. I do stand behind it 100%.
The next movie is called I Love Trouble. In this 1994 action comedy romance, according to IMDb, Peter Brackett and Sabrina Peterson are 2 rival newspaper reporters. But after a tragic train derailment shakes their community to its very core, the 2 join forces to unravel the mystery. Tell me, which Robert stars in it? Desmond.
Julia.
Why Julia?
She's a hard-nosed reporter type.
Okay, Scott.
I mean, that's a really good guess. That's kind of her typecast, so it does make sense there.
Julia Roberts has the most annoying laugh.
Peter
on the
Brackett. 1994, though, he was still acting, probably.
I mean, he's still acting now.
And I'm gonna go Eric. I'm gonna shake it up a little.
You're going for Eric?
Yeah.
You're going for the kickboxer.
I Love Trouble, Eric Stoltz.
All right.
There always needs to be an Eric Stoltz option.
Always.
Remember when he was that fucking molester and the butterfly effect?
Oh, that was Eric Stoltz?
That was Eric Stoltz?
Oh, man, he really let him go.
Creepy.
Yeah.
Oh, God, that's awful.
Yeah.
And on that wonderful note, Desmond was right.
Guess he's back.
3-2.
3-2 for Desmond.
So that's a point for Desmond.
That's a point for Desmond, yes. All right, and that brings us to our super duper final bonus question worth 5 points.
Ooh.
Making the previous question and answer segment all but pointless.
Pointless?
I just got that.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was good. I mean, it's good enough for me to get.
I mean, yeah. Super duper bonus question. We're going to start with Desmond because you know why the hell not. All right, this one is called Baby Fever. Gina is an average girl at a crossroads. Marry her long-term boyfriend and start a family, or run off with an old lover. Things come to an an average girl at a crossroads. Marry her long-term boyfriend and start a family, or run off with an old lover. Things come to a head when she attends a baby shower with a few of her friends, and they discuss their biological clocks, and Gina catches baby fever. For the win, Desmond, which Robert stars in it?
This movie sounds fucking awful.
That's not the point.
It's like,
They've both been in plenty of terrible movies.
Discussions of biological clocks and baby. This sounds fucking bad.
Yep.
Julia Roberts is the obvious answer, but I'm gonna go Eric. I can see Eric being in some supporting male role.
All right, you're going for Eric.
Because I don't know.
All right, Scott.
I mean, that was kind of my whole thing, is that, like, the whole thing is written like about a woman, so you'd think it would be about Julia Roberts, but then the switch up would be it's probably Eric Stoltz, because, you know,
I wish it could be Eric Stoltz.
Depending on which year the movie aired, that would tilt it, because if it's in the later years, you know, it's obviously going to be Julia. But
I'm a talking cat.
Oh, that is tricky. So what? This is for 5 points. Score is 3 me, 2 Desmond.
You are correct, Scott.
And this is for 5 points additional.
Yes, this is for 5 points.
So, and Desmond picked Eric.
Desmond picked Eric, yes.
I'm thinking on that.
Okay. I am also going to pick Eric, simply based on the fact that if we're both wrong, I will win, or if we're both right, I will also win.
I've already lost.
Well, Scott, for poor sportsmanship, I'm subtracting 2 points from your score.
2? Can't do that.
Yes, he can. He's
It's
the
my
quiz
corral.
master.
It's my corral, Scott.
Don't take away his segment.
Take away 2 points. I mean, that's not democratic. You can't just fucking remove
It's
points.
not a democracy.
I won those points. I mean, this is fucking bullshit. I will not stand for this, the kind of injustice in this In Living Terror studio here.
This is not something that I signed up for. I want a recount. I want 3 votes in my favor. I mean, 2 in Desmond's. He did earn them. That's fine. Scott, he can earn the points. Scott.
You're going to get 3 points, and then you're going to get -2 after the 3 points for bad sportsmanship.
It's not bad sportsmanship.
It is pretty bad sportsmanship.
It's just deduction and logic, you know? It's just what makes sense.
Yeah, but
you're
it's
spoil sport.
Yeah.
You guys are spoil sports, and you're raining on my parade. How do you ever think about that?
I mean, you're the one doing all the
when
raining,
2 people
really.
are talking against one person, that's ganging up, that's bullying.
Yeah, kind of like the huge, slam against my album.
No one was even talking about your album or slamming it. All I was saying is that, you know, I do music. You should have let me know, and we could have worked on it together.
Scott.
Maybe it'd be selling a bit better if I had to support my fucking friends.
Yeah.
Scott.
Let's not condescend people by using their name over and over again, Peter.
Scott.
Peter.
Is this about
Peter?
the gluten? Is this about the gluten?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm fucking sure. It's fucking about points being taken away. I've earned fucking points. We're playing goddamn Which Roberts is it? God damn it, what is the answer? Just fucking go.
You know what, Scott? That was a very impassioned speech, and for that, I'm going to give you back one of those points.
Thank you. So, okay. It's not as much as I would have hoped for, but at least we're even.
What the fuck answer?
We're even.
The answer is Eric Roberts.
Yeah!
So, it's a tie.
Yeah, we were right.
It's a tie.
It's a tie.
And as ties go in the Trivia Corral, it goes to the person closer to the start of the alphabet, so Desmond wins.
That's fucking bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
No! That doesn't fucking make any sense. That is not
Scott, it's
fucking soccer game. Poland wins is closer to the fucking North Pole. Not how this shit fucking works. Not how it works.
Alright, so Desmond, you win a fabulous
I went
prize.
hard to soft. That's not good. You don't want to go hard to soft with the voice.
What's my prize?
Your prize is all of Scott's honor.
Oh yeah!
Again,
soak in that honor.
When I won last time, Desmond didn't have any of my honor.
Well, because I forgot, but you did win it.
Yeah. Why did you keep on? I'm down now. I feel like you pulled it down when I was yelling. You need to readjust it.
Well, yeah.
To,
after you were screaming for 2 minutes, I had to turn it down, and now I'll turn it back up.
Look, you little dumb. That was unfair. And you guys gonna call me a poor sport and say that I'm the cheater? You're the cheaters. You're the poor sports.
A cheater would
you guys can go fucking hell.
That was a good point. You get an additional point and you win.
Yeah! Why just insulting me?
Oh my god!
People keep asking if I'm back.
John to the Wick, JW. That's a John Walker. That's a Johnny Walker red label, black label.
So Scott has won all of Desmond's honor.
All of it.
And stay tuned for next time in Peter's Trivia Corral, where the fight for the honor will continue.
The place for
Let me
politics.
just take a second to bring up our sponsor, Old Navy.
Okay.
I'll forgive him.
You dropped the name. That's about.
There we go. That's all
Well, good.
Yeah.
Thank you for bringing it up. I almost forgot.
You lose something when you move away from VHS.
Well, it's been a great show
Yeah, it's
today.
been a great episode.
Yeah.
So if you like what you heard, go to iTunes and subscribe to the In Living Terror podcast. Every subscription helps somehow.
Please give us a reason.
Yep, and you can follow us on Twitter at In Living Terror. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on Twitch, we're on YouTube, we're on everything. You can find all those links on our website, inlivingterror.net. You might even be listening to this podcast on that website right now.
That would be
in which
sweet.
case, I love you. We love you. And we're gonna get our store up soon. The Playing In Living Terror products.
Yeah.
You got.
We gotta
Song.
Weird.
Look at the speed. It's bang.
You'll be alright.